Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ashwath, and in this edition of What Is, I'll be talking about artificial intelligence. It's a term we've all heard these days. Some very famous examples of it is the Google Assistant, Siri, Bixby, Cortana, and Alexa. Furthermore, AI is a very large area of focus currently, and there have been many new ideas developing in that field. So now let's get into the video explaining what is artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is essentially a branch of computer science which is dedicated to create a machine which can mimic both human intelligence and human behavior. So let's take an example to explain this definition. So let's say you take the Google Assistant and ask the question, what is the weather today? You'll get a response like it's 23 degrees outside with 80% humidity. Now, how is this mimicking human behavior? It is mimicking human behavior since it is responding to questions which are asked to it, and that is what humans do as well. But thankfully, this AI does not inherit the cold shoulder from humans, which is great. So now you may be also wondering, isn't artificial intelligence and machine learning essentially the same thing? Well, that's only partially true, because machine learning is actually a subset of artificial intelligence. A diagram will be up on the screen just showing that right now. So now let's move on to the second point, which is the three types of AI, and there are three. The first one is narrow AI, the second is strong AI, and the third, that is artificial superintelligence. So let's explain the first one, narrow AI. So narrow AI is essentially a goal-oriented artificial intelligence. So what does this goal-oriented mean? It means that it can only accomplish one task. Let's take an example. If you ask the Google Assistant questions, it will respond to that. But it cannot respond to, let's say, facial photographs. It can't tell you who is who. It can only respond to questions. And by that same logic, a facial recognition artificial intelligence would not be able to respond to questions. So now let's move on to the second type of artificial intelligence, the strong AI. So strong AI is a step up from narrow AI. So what does this entail? A strong AI would be able to mimic both human intelligence and human behavior. So that sadly means you'll get a few cold shoulders from this AI. So what does strong AI actually do? So a strong AI essentially has a computerized brain, which can solve a wide range of problems by applying things it's learned from one area to the next. So by this logic, a Google Assistant using strong AI could also recognize faces, and vice versa. But sadly, this one has not been accomplished yet as well. It's only narrow AI which we've accomplished. So now let's move on to the third and final type of artificial intelligence, and that is artificial superintelligence. It's a name which sounds as scary as what it is. So in artificial superintelligence, robots will be humans essentially. They will be better than humans actually. They'll be like humans 2.0. They'll be better at intelligence, at behavior, they'll be better at jobs, relationships, etc. and more. And an example of ASI, if you want to know better, is the Terminator from the movie. That character had its own needs, desires, wants, etc. And that's an example of artificial superintelligence. So now let's recap what I said in this video. The first point, which is, what is AI? AI is essentially a branch of computer science which is trying to create a machine which can mimic human intelligence and human emotions and behaviors. Second, artificial intelligence is not the same as machine learning. And the third point, there are three types of AI: strong AI, narrow AI, and artificial superintelligence. So that's all for this video. I hope you found it to be informational. The reason why I wanted to talk about this topic was because every single day we're depending more and more upon it. and in the future it'll become a center focus. And furthermore, it's disruptive, so you will learn about it at some point. So finally, thank you for watching this video and sticking till the end of it. And I'll see you in the next video.